myeloma wristband that says, "Imagine moving forward." There's been a lot of instances over the last 4.5 years where I didn't know if I'd be able to do so. And I know that a lot of you might be able to relate. How do I move forward? How do you get past these obstacles? And there was a moment following catching pneumonia after a stem cell transplant where imagining to move forward it seemed impossible. I didn't know how I'd be able to take that next step. All the things that I used to do to bring joy, watching sports, talking with friends, it just became like a chore. I stopped watching college football that fall. I began to not listen to music. I still remember Take Me to Church by Hozier. If I had to turn it off, I just couldn't listen to music. I think the feeling of hearing other people being alive was difficult for me because I felt like a shell of my old self. I knew something needed to change, and that's when the pain of my hip continued to persist. So I opted to get a total hip replacement in the summer of 2016. And that's when things began to change for me. Sitting on bed rest for 3 weeks, I remember it was the summer, it was breezy, and it was beautiful. And for the first time, I wrote down goals of what I wanted to do. I wanted to get into medical device sales. I wrote out the details of the girlfriend that I wanted to potentially meet. I wrote about how I wanted to get out of my parents' house and be on my own. And I wrote about how someday I wanted to be able to get in front of people and share my story in order to give some hope to those around me. And I think it was in that moment of making a decision, making a choice, that what had happened in the past wasn't going to define me, and I was going to take steps to move forward in order to recreate and present a new self, a better version of myself than I could have ever imagined otherwise. Thank you.